what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be talking about the speed set. We're going to dive into the full mechanics of the set, the optimal champs who should be wearing it, and then maybe some of these sub-optimal champs that should not be wearing it. So let's get into it. Alrighty, so first things first, how good is the speed set? If I pull up my sets spreadsheet, which I will link to in a pinned comment, so you can find the full set rankings nice and easily right there at the top of the comments, you will see that the speed set is #1, is the best set in the game in terms of how I rank it for general utility across all players and all situations. How much utility can you get out of having this set on your account and acquiring good pieces of it? I have speed at #1 in the set rankings. And by far and away, the most common question I get about my sets tier list is, why is speed ahead of divine speed? Divine speed is just the speed set, but better. It's a souped up version. You get a shield for 2 turns. It's just a flat out better version of the speed set. So how could speed be ranked above divine speed? Well, the answer is quite simple, because speed is a lot more flexible. I can realistically acquire more pieces of it because I can actually farm the speed set. I can't farm divine speed. It's an arena reward. It takes months and months to get decent pieces of divine speed. Unless you're willing to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars when they come to in the shop, you can't actually reliably farm it like you can with the speed set in the Dragon, which is considered the best dungeon in the game that people grind the most. So the fact that you can get a lot more pieces of it gives you a lot more flexibility in building champions and getting it onto champions. And the actual utility of that small shield that you get from the divine speed set is not enough of a benefit. It is a benefit, I'm not saying it's not, but it's not enough of a benefit to justify how much harder it is to acquire enough pieces to be able to work around your champions when you're building them, as opposed to the benefit of the speed set that is basically just as good. But yes, in a vacuum, if both sets were equally easy to acquire, then obviously the divine speed set would be above the speed set. Now, as far as the mechanics for the speed set, it's actually pretty simple. It's one of the more simple sets in the game. It is just speed plus 12%. A lot of people get confused by this, though. It's not speed plus 12, it's speed plus 12%. It is not a flat benefit. It does base off of the base speed of your champion. And I've got an example of this that I want to be able to show you by using Arbiter and then an uncommon champion that has a very low base speed. So you'll see here with the Arbiter, the base speed is 110. The white number, that is what sets are going to affect, is the base number on the left there, the white numerals. So we've got a base speed of 110. You can see the 2 pieces of speed, but my Arbiter has plus 15. Why is that? It's because the Lore of Steel Mastery is giving the speed set an extra benefit, and then the speed set itself would be giving her 13 without those masteries. If you want me to show you, I will reset these, come out here, and then you will see that now it is plus 13 instead of 15. So the Lore of Steel Mastery was giving her 2, and the set itself is giving her 13. Now, if you want to actually be able to see these numbers, we can go ahead and plug in 110 times 0.12, and you're going to get 13.2. That's going to be added on to the base. So you can see there, it says plus 13. It's actually plus 13.2, but it rounds it to 13. Now, very important to know, if you are doing very, very finely tuned strategies, like an unkillable comp for the clan boss, I always refer people to deadwoodjedi.com. He's got an amazing calculator. You should definitely check it out. And that will calculate the Lore of Steel and all those decimal points, so you can really plan out a 30, 40, 50 turn battle and really make sure everything is tuned perfectly. So definitely check that out if you're trying to get things to be decimal perfect. But I also want to show you this uncommon champion here that I put in a couple pieces of speed, so you can see the difference. So you can see the Arbiter gets the plus 13 speed because 12% of her base of 110 is 13.2. Now, when we pull up this little uncommon champion here with 89 base speed, she only gets 11 instead of 13. Because if we go here, clear that, and then we go ahead and we take the 89 times the 0.12, we're getting 10.68, which rounds up to 11. So that is why the base speed can really dictate exactly how impactful the set is. It can make a difference of a couple speed in there based on the base speed of the champion. And the most consistent way to farm a bunch of speed pieces is going to be from the Dragon's Lair, which the speed set being in the Dragon's Lair is the main contributing factor to why the Dragon is the most commonly grinded dungeon for endgame players. You'll see players pumping thousands and thousands of energy into the Dragon. It's because they are trying to develop a good backbone of speed set pieces on their account. You can also acquire it in the campaign by going to level 6, Palace of Arabia, and here is a bunch of speed sets. But when you get towards the mid and the end game, you're going to want to be getting your speed sets from the Dragon because you can actually get the epic and legendary pieces. But when you're a newer early game player, it is a good idea to grind the Palace of Arabia, especially for the bottom pieces, the boots, chest, and gloves, so you can get good speed pieces with good main stats, especially good speed boots. You're going to want a good backbone of those if you're a new player, so definitely grind the stage 6 of Palace of Arabia to get some speed boots on your account. And the fact that the speed set is such a good high value set in the game, it's actually caused a little bit of controversy because Plarium has been putting out speed offers. I will try to remember to link up above there on the top right to a video I did about how impactful the speed offers are. That's the thumbnail that I used for the video. But yeah, these speed offers are super amazing because they can save you, it can take you 2 or 3 months to get the equivalent amount of speed gear that you can get from whaling out and buying a bunch of these speed offers. That's why a lot of players wish they wouldn't be in the game, because they would rather have it be a lot more natural process of grinding the gear and playing the game and really min-maxing your account instead of just going ahead and slamming hundreds of dollars and buying the speed gear. So check that video out if you haven't seen it. It goes into a full in-depth look at the whole mechanics and controversy around those speed offers and why they're so impactful. So now let's dive into the optimal champions. Who should be wearing the speed set? Who is it best on? So the most famously for early to mid-game players, it is going to be someone like Apothecary. You want your turn meter boosters to have as much speed as possible. Apothecary is somebody who boosts turn meters and places increased speed. He is an amazing support. He's one of the best rares in the game. So someone like him who's boosting turn meter is a great candidate for a speed set. A lot of times you'll see players putting 6 speed pieces on an Apothecary, and obviously Arbiter, another famous champion in the game for notoriously wearing speed pieces, 6 of them in most cases, because you're gonna want her to be as fast as possible to use this A3 and boost turn meters in the arena so you can go first and nuke down your opponents. And it's also very important to have your boosters, turn meter boosters, built with super high speed in basically any area of the game. Faction wars, dungeons. The clan boss can get a little bit more specific and you really need to tune your team properly, but you really can never go wrong just getting your champions to be as fast as possible, especially when it's somebody who places increased speed buffs on your entire team or boost turn meters. And then who are these sub-optimal champions for the speed set? Who should not be wearing it? To be honest with you, it's really rare that it's a bad idea to put a speed piece on somebody. It does happen, but it is so niche. So really on my account, I'll show you an example of when it's not optimal for me to go the speed route on somebody. My Mountain King, I'm trying to get his HP to be as high as humanly possible. You'll see here, I've got it almost at 140,000, and then I put him in the shield set so he can place a massive shield on my entire team. I can really use this to my advantage in the arena just by really prioritizing getting as much HP as possible, and because of a very niche and specific strategy, I am not going with the speed pieces. I would rather have these set bonuses of the shield and the HP. So that's going to do it for this one. And again, you can see here, I will link to this spreadsheet down below if you want to check out all of the rankings for all the sets in the game. And then I am slowly adding videos on the right side of that sheet. I'm going to add the speed video to that one, and you can check out the other set videos that I have done. They're on the right. As of right now, it's Lifesteal, Perception, and Stun. But I'm going to keep cranking these out and do deep dives into each individual set in the game. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.